Heat number 2 of the Ozram All Nations Solo Cup. Shawn Moran from America, number 3 from 1. Rick Miller from America, number 4 from 2. Mckeon, number 7 from Australia in 3. Number 8, Glen Doyle from Australia in 4. Number 11, Peter Rahn from Denmark in 5. And number 33, David Scott from Australia in position 6. Riders all into position now. Miles Tomlinson, the white dust coat, calling the riders in. Away and racing now as the tapes fly, and the first one to lead him into the turn is Big Rick Miller from America. Then Shawn Moran, machine number 3. Mick the Master Mckeon up there in 3rd place as he jumps out of the turn. Down the back straight, the big tall man from Los Angeles and California. Rick Miller leads Shawn Moran, a former world champion, and Australian star up in 3rd place is Mick Mckeon. 1 lap down and 2 to go in heat number 2 of the Ozram All Nations Solo Cup. Rick Miller out in front, then back in 2nd place Shawn Moran, and look at Mick Mckeon. Mick Mckeon molesting the American in 2nd place as they throw the bike sideways into the top turn. Brilliant teams racing, the American stars out of turn number 4, the yellow flag's out, 1 lap left to go. Rick Miller out in front, Shawn Moran in 2nd place. Mick the Master Mckeon now goes for an outside passage. They move down the back straight for the last time. The big man, Rick Miller, absolutely flying as he moves down the back straight. 350 metres left to go, and Rick Miller is in absolute red-hot form as he moves out of turn number 4. Rick Miller from America first. In 2nd place, Shawn Moran from America. In 3rd place, number 7 from Australia. That's Mick Mckeon. Then back to number 8, Glen Doyle from Australia. And the wins time for 3 laps for the heat number 2 was a very fast time of 1 minute 4.80. Event number 7. Heat number 3 of the Ozram All Nations Solo Cup brings together number 8, Glen Doyle from Australia from 1. Number 33, David Scott from 2 from Australia. Number 9, Andrew Silver from England from 3. Number 4, Rick Miller from America on 4. Number 1, Valentino Fernolato from Italy from 5. And number 5, Clayton Williams from England from position 6. The 6 riders are contesting this event, one of the most exciting events on the Australian Speedway calendar. Miles Tomlinson in the white dust coat. The clerk, of course, a different angle to give the crowd the feeling of what it's like from the infield, looking at the riders at the start-finish line. There's Miles Tomlinson, a former state Speedway champion, bringing the riders into line now. Up the tapes go, and they jump out of the trap that time. A brilliant start from number 8, Glen Doyle. Then the big tall American, Rick Miller, tries to manoeuvre on the outside as they move down the back straight. Young Glen Doyle, the Australian star, leads Rick Miller from America, then back up in 3rd place and going hard. That rider doing a tremendous job is Andrew Silver. Out of turn number 4 and down the main straight. Glen Doyle leads, Rick Miller, then up in 3rd place and going very hard is the Italian rider, Valentino Fernolato. Then back to number 9, finishing there in 4th place is Andrew Silver, but Glen Doyle leads the American star. Glen Doyle, a 22-year-old West Australian rider, rode in the British League last year, but look at the American on the outside. Down the main straight they go. Action thick and fast at 70 miles an hour. They throw the bike sideways. Number 8 out in front, that's Glen Doyle. Back to number 4, that's Big Rick Miller, but there's no doubt about Glen Doyle. He's got an absolute mortgage on this event as he throws the bike sideways on the back wheel and guns it out of turn number 4. Glen Doyle across the line on machine number 8. In 2nd place, number 4, Rick Miller from America. Then up in 3rd place, a very hard charging rider, number 1, Valentino Fernolato. And then back to number 5, finishing up in 4th place. That rider was Clayton Williams from England, and the wins time for the 3-lap race was 1 minute 4.99. Event number 8. Heat number 4 of the Ozram All Nations Solo Cup. From position 1, number 6 from England, Kelvin Tatum. From position 2, number 10 from Denmark, Tommy Knudsen. From position 3, number 11, Peter Rahn from Denmark. From position 4, number 2 from England, Simon Cross. From position 5, number 3 from America, Shawn Moran. And from position 6, number 7, Mick the Master Mckeon from Australia. As the riders are now in the hands of the starter, getting ready for the Ozram All Nations Solo Cup. There's number 2 going into position, Simon Cross, an absolute firecracker of a rider. In the hands of the starter now. Up and racing now, and the first one to jump out of the gate that time was the Danish rider, Tommy Knudsen. He's an outstanding rider. Mick the Master Mckeon on the outside of Shawn Moran as they thunder down the back straight at 90 miles an hour. Look at Mckeon absolutely burning up the raceway. On the outside of Tommy Knudsen, and the local Australian star grabs the lead with a paralysing burst of speed. Out of turn number 4, 1 lap down and 2 to go, and a large Australian crowd are absolutely cheering themselves hoarse as Mick the Master Mckeon guns it out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Second place man Tommy Knudsen from Denmark, then up to Kelvin Tatum and Peter Rahn from Denmark also. Out of turn number 4, the yellow flag from General John Day, and Mick the Master Mckeon, an Australian ace, and he's absolutely burning through the top turn for the last time. Tommy Knudsen up in second place, and back in third place is number 2, Simon Cross. But down the back straight for the last time, the crowd are going wild. But Mick the Master Mckeon on machine number 7 will move out of turn number 4. The double checkered flag from General John Day as Mick Mckeon first. Number 10, Tommy Knudsen from Denmark second. And in third place, number 2 from England, Simon Cross. And back in fourth place, number 3 from America, that rider Shawn Moran. And the wins time for the 3-lap distance was 1 minute 4.64.